They laughed when he fell asleep at work, but they didn't know why. "Marcus, if you fall asleep one more time, you're fired." The manager's voice echoed across the office. Several coworkers snickered behind their screens. "Man must have a crazy nightlife," someone whispered. Marcus didn't defend himself. He just lowered his eyes and quietly said, "I'm sorry." This happened at a small logistics company outside Chicago. Marcus was 28 and had worked hard to get this job, but almost every afternoon, exhaustion would take over. His head would slowly drop toward the desk, and within minutes, he'd be asleep. That day, it happened during an afternoon meeting. A few people laughed. "Unbelievable," the manager, Taylor, said coldly. "You're being paid to work, not nap." Marcus woke up, embarrassed. "I'm really trying," he said quietly. "I promise it won't happen again." But that evening, Taylor decided to follow him after work. Marcus didn't go to a bar. He didn't meet friends. Instead, he took a long bus ride across the city and walked into a small grocery store warehouse. There, he changed shirts and started lifting boxes, loading trucks, and restocking shelves. For 4 hours, he worked non-stop. At 11 p.m., he received a small envelope with his pay, bought a piece of bread, and ate it slowly with water while sitting outside the store. Then he walked into an old hospital. From the hallway, Taylor saw him hand most of the money to a nurse. "Is my mom awake tonight?" Marcus asked quietly. The nurse sighed. "She keeps asking if you're sleeping enough." Taylor felt a heavy knot in her chest. Marcus was working 2 jobs to pay for his sick mother's treatment. The next morning, Marcus arrived at work on time again, but during the daily meeting, exhaustion pulled him under once more. Someone chuckled. "Here we go again?" But this time, Taylor raised her hand. "Enough." She walked over and gently placed a blanket over Marcus's shoulders. "Let him rest," she said softly. When Marcus woke up later, the office was quiet. On his desk sat an envelope. Inside was money and a note. "For your mother. From all of us." Marcus looked up, stunned. Taylor stood nearby. "We judged you too quickly," she said softly. "You weren't lazy. You were carrying more than we knew." From that day on, no one laughed when Marcus looked tired, because sometimes the strongest people are the ones fighting battles no one sees. If you believe we should never judge someone without knowing their story, write respect in the comments.